Nearly everyone heading outdoors these days is concerned about the Zika virus. It's a dangerous disease for anyone infected from the bite of a mosquito.
But did you know this same mosquito might also carry heartworm, which can be deadly for your family pet? We're now joined by renowned entomologist Dr. Bob Wirtz, retired chief of entomology at the Centers for Disease Control and veterinarian and past president of the American Heartworm Society, Dr. Tom Nelson. Gentlemen, thank you for joining us.
Happy to be here.
We're going to talk about two topics: how mosquitoes can carry the Zika virus and affect people, and also how those mosquitoes can infect your pet with heartworm disease. So a lot of information to bring you, and we're going to start with you, Dr. Wirtz. Tell us, what can people do to protect themselves from the Zika virus?
Well, since Zika is primarily transmitted by mosquitoes, you want to limit your contact with those insects. Stay in air-conditioned or well-screened rooms. Get rid of all the standing water around your home. If you can't do that, make sure that you treat that water with an improved insecticide. From a personal standpoint, you want to use an EPA-approved repellent on exposed skin, and then wear a long-sleeve shirt, long pants, and treat that clothing with permethrin. Zika can also be transmitted sexually, so you would want to refrain from unprotected sex with partners who might have traveled to areas with active Zika transmission and could be infected.
Dr. Wirtz, do you anticipate a future inoculation or treatment for Zika?
Well, laboratories throughout the world are actively working on a vaccine as well as drugs to prevent and treat the Zika virus. However, it'll be quite some time before we have access to those, so we want to focus on mosquito control, personal protection, and the use of repellents and that permethrin-treated clothing.
And what should people do if they think they've been infected with the virus?
Well, about 80% of the people have no symptoms whatsoever. The other 20% can have fever, rash, joint pain, red eyes. If you think you might have been infected with the Zika virus, go ahead and get to your healthcare professional as soon as possible for testing. The latest information on prevention and what to do if you think you might be infected is available at the CDC website. That's cdc.gov/Zika.
All right, so now we want to switch gears a little bit and talk to you, Dr. Nelson. How prevalent is the spread of heartworm by mosquitoes across the U.S.?
Well, heartworms are found in all 48 of the continental United States, especially our coastal states and the states along the Mississippi Valley, highly endemic areas. But over the last 50 years, we've seen a westward trend as people have moved out from the southeast to the Pacific coast, where California is now the number 10 state with heartworms. In Arizona, that desert state is even now a hot spot with a lot of heartworm disease.
And what are some of the symptoms pet owners should look for if their animal is suffering from heartworm?
Well, early on, you may not see any signs at all in the first 2 or 3 years. But as the disease progresses, then you'll start seeing shortness of breath, coughing. In the more advanced stages, then we see right-sided heart failure, where we see a swollen abdomen and maybe in coughing up specks of blood.
And Dr. Nelson, there are a lot of products on the market for heartworm. Is there a specific method of treatment you suggest?
Well, traditionally we've used the oral or injectable products or a topical product that we use either monthly or every 6 months with injection to take care of the heartworm larvae that were basically transmitted into the dog by a mosquito bite. Now we're looking at also doing a double defense approach or a multimodal approach. We're also using a topical repellent to reduce the amount of mosquito bites. This is going to just increase the protection on your pet, and it's also going to protect your family. But it's very important that you get an EPA-approved product that is designed for use in an animal. DEET that you use on yourself cannot be used on animals because it can be toxic. So you want to choose a product, and a good way is to consult your veterinarian, because we have different products for dogs and different products for cats, and you can't mix them up. Be sure you get a product approved for that particular species.
So to learn more about the double defense concept and heartworm disease in general, where should people go?
Well, for double defense, you go to fightheartwormnow.com, and for general information about heartworm disease, heartwormsociety.org. These are both excellent websites.
A lot of information to digest. Dr. Bob Wirtz and Dr. Tom Nelson, thank you both for joining us on Coffee with America.
Our pleasure.